So I opened boxes, and in those boxes, they have other boxes. And in this box, they have Tempadorns. That's the things that we care about, alright? The Tempadorns, you have the gray ones, go on all the armor slots. The overcap ones go on the weapon slots. The charm ones go on these two items, which are the charms. This one goes on the ears. And this one goes on the wrist. Then you have this one, which goes on the rings. And then I have some other adornments on here, which are just Loki ones that I got from Overseers. And those go on these two. That fills up all the slots, which makes my damage go way up. Did I close that out? I think I closed that out. I did. Look at that. So, ACT, run as administrator. So we'll bring this up, and since we closed it out, we'll do crankers, open file. I'll tell it to import that entire file. So we'll watch this go across. And that's bringing all that data back in. So it's reading the log file, parsing it out, and put it in here. I need to create the connector so that it writes it to a SQL database and I don't have to wait so long anymore.
You know what you should do?
What's that?
You should just print it out. Like that one spot, you can print it out so you don't have to keep on going.
Well, if I print it out, you see, it's all this data. And this data is constantly changing anytime I'm in the game doing something. So it has to be all the fresh data. So if I say yes, it loads all the fresh data. And then you can see the log files from the fresh data. And there's all of this. So every time I play, all of this is being generated. And all of that goes into this program here, which is Advanced Combat Tracker, which is what makes the graphs for me so I can see how I'm doing in it. Then, once this loads, I'll show you how I break down the content so that I can see how good I did and which spells did better. So we're at 70, 80%. So I'll shrink this down. %. You're gonna be on YouTube. You're gonna be famous. Alright, so that's loaded. So we can go back to the main. And let's find, that's trading dummy. That's celebration avatar. That's where I wasn't able to hit anything. Here's the kill on the one mob that we did. So I bring it down here. I find my name here. This is my in-game name. You can see all the high hits in that, which are lower than normal because he has high mitigation. And then I can go to outgoing damage, and it breaks down for each spell what I'm seeing, and then for each of that I can go, say I want to go look at Fatal Follow-Up. So I find Fatal Follow-Up right there, and then I can see every hit of Fatal Follow-Up, how good it did. So some of them start was alright, they go down, some of them didn't hit very well at all, some of them didn't hit at all, you can see it's blank, and then one of them, two of them's okay, actually three, but one of them was really good and did 1.67 trillion or quadrillion. So
You need 2 quadrillion.
yes. So the highest I've hit was 2.12 quadrillion. The highest Alivarius, which is a Chanter which mimics me, hit was 3 point something quadrillion. So he hit a lot harder. But his spell, see, I have this whole chain here. His spell records everything I do here and then does it all as one attack. So his hit a lot harder. Pretty cool, huh?
Can you do that spell?
I cannot do mimicry, but I can tell him when to do mimicry, and that's this button. So it says mimic crankers now. So I click that, it says mimic crank, it tells everybody to mimic crankers now. They mimic me, I do the damage, and then they take that damage over the 12 seconds and hits the mob with their spell. But it's pretty freaking cool.
When people, do they have that button too? Wouldn't you be able to mimic other people?
I cannot, I don't have that spell. Only Chanters have that spell. And Chanters are the one that give us power and they give us buffs. And then in Raid the other day I got this item. So this increases the power of this buff, which gives fervor and crit plus and overcap and a whole bunch of other things. And then this came from killing a mob, and that works with, where is it at? This. So this gives a chance to ebb and flow, and when you ebb and flow, so you have flow, which gives you 107 fervor overcap and a couple other things. But when you ebb and flow, it takes that and adds another 143, which makes it even more powerful. So today's raid is going to be the first time testing that out. Pretty cool, huh?
Are there only raids in this game?
Hey Weston,
What?
here. Look up and say hi to YouTube.
Hi.
Say hello.
Hi.
You're gonna be on YouTube. You get to show your friends. Stop that recording.